Real Madrid visits Mestalla Stadium, home of Valencia FC, for an intense match surrounded by uncertainty due to the terrible acts of discrimination that occurred last year by Valencia fans towards a Real Madrid player. Let's hear what Carlo Ancelotti has to say.
As always, as we approach the end of the season, each game becomes more important, especially against teams that are playing very well, which makes it more difficult for us. It's tough to win at Mestalla because it's a team that is working well, and that's why we need to show our best version on the field. Having said that, I want to add that Real Madrid has been training well. We have players back who were not with us last week, such as Carvajal, Camavinga, Joselu, and Bellingham. Yes, Bellingham is back at his 100%. Although he hasn't trained with the rest of his teammates, all the exercise he has done on his own, he has been able to do without any problem. He has excellent physical condition and already feels comfortable with his ankle. So he is perfectly fine and will play tomorrow. No, of course not. The plan is to go play a football match tomorrow, which will be a great match against a strong opponent, and I assume Valencia thinks the same way. Tomorrow, a good match will be played because this is what the fans really want to experience, as well as both teams. We want it to be a good sporting spectacle. However, we must not forget what happened last year, because I believe that when acts of racism occur, they must be pointed out and fought against. Valencia did well last year in identifying those who perpetrated these crimes, because racism is a crime. And stopping this type of crime is what we have to do in the football world. On the other hand, Valencia has recently suffered a tragedy due to a fire. And although we cannot forget acts of racism, we also express our solidarity with the families affected by the fire. That's why we want to give our best in tomorrow's match. No, Vinicius is ready to play the match as always. He simply loves playing football, and he's always working to stay fit so he can enhance his quality of play. So there's really nothing more to add in this regard. Over the past three seasons since I arrived here, I've seen a constant evolution in him. He has progressed remarkably. The quality he possesses, he has been able to sustain it, which includes scoring goals, providing assists, and generating a lot of play for the team, and becoming more and more important for the team. Regarding his limit, or if he has reached his top limit, I believe that due to his humility as a person, I think he can continue to progress, especially considering his greatest quality is that he loves playing football. What we have achieved so far is important considering the injuries that have affected us. The team has never given up despite all the difficulties we've faced. Now, I believe that better times will come, especially since March and April are important months of the season. Additionally, we feel confident because the return of Militao and Coutouis is approaching. So if we continue with the same dynamics as we have been until now, I believe we can conclude with a very positive season. This is one of the most important matches, of course, although all matches are important as well. The 3 points we gained against Sevilla were crucial So accumulating points at every opportunity is vital at this stage of the season, because all teams need points and want to win matches, whether to avoid relegation or secure qualification for the Champions League. So yes, every match is important at the end of the season. Up to this moment, we haven't discussed this, but considering there are players on the team whose contracts expire at the end of the season, we will talk about it when the time comes. The truth is that Lucas Vázquez is having an outstanding season. In the matches he has played, he has performed very well. We don't have a specific date for their return, but the plan is to take advantage of the break during the FIFA dates, which starts on March 16th and ends on the 31st. And then we'll have another break when the Copa del Rey final is held. So during these periods of time, Militao and Coutouis will start training with the team. I hope that by April 14th, after the match against Mallorca, they will be available to play again. Within the club and the dressing room, we haven't really discussed this. Now, you have done well to mention freedom of expression, something that is sacred for you in the press, if I am not wrong, as well as it is important for me, too. And regarding this, I have nothing more to say at this moment. Yes, of course, there is a possibility. The truth is that planning the lineup for tomorrow's match is like solving a puzzle, because there are many players who are contributing to the team and they deserve to play. I've been lucky to have so many players available, which hasn't happened often. Today I have to solve the puzzle, but honestly, it hasn't happened many times because we've had many injured players. Choosing tomorrow's starting 11 won't be easy. Nothing much to say, just enjoy the football and the festivities of tomorrow's match, and that's all. Obviously, I have a conflict because I want them to be sad at the end of the match because we will have won. But that's part of the game. It depends on the circumstances. I think for a young player like him to evolve, he needs to play and thus showcase his quality of play. This clashes a bit with the demands the team requires to play, which is why I insist that we be patient with him. Although I understand perfectly that for him to progress, he has to play, to have minutes on the field. He has a lot of talent, and I would like the Real Madrid fans to see the talent Güler possesses, but the opportunity will come. It depends a lot on how the matches unfold. Obviously, it's necessary to have a reference up front when the game is tight or when we need to play wide and send crosses into the box. Play from the wings instead of the center. And that's what makes placing a reference important. He makes his way very well into the opponent's box. But I insist that it depends on each match. Obviously, with Bellingham, we have a different quality in the attack. I believe so. Valencia itself has taken action against this violence. We who love this sport and society in general need and have to react when someone commits a crime, a crime like an act of racism or any act of violence. So again, we have to react against that. And I think Valencia Club has done that.